Hello, my name is Abby and I research weather as a hobby. This week, I'll be going over the wet weather pattern that is headed out west, the potential for flooding, and a weather forecast for New Year's out west. I would like to start this video by mentioning that it has been rather wet out west. My home in California has picked up 3 inches of rain within the past 2 systems. Not only that, but winds. The Category 4 atmospheric river on Monday through Tuesday resulted in a section of my fence in my backyard to fall. Part of the fence is leaning and a post snapped. On Thursday, light snow showers will fall over portions of Colorado and the Four Corners. Some heavier snow might fall Thursday morning over Evergreen, Colorado. The National Weather Service forecast has anywhere from 6 to 8 inches of snow. Some snow will move into Nebraska and Kansas by Thursday afternoon. By Friday morning, another system is expected to move in. The low should remain somewhere over the coast of Washington. Since this system starts off further north near Alaska and Washington, the Central Valley of California will see less impacts. Portions of far northern California and Oregon, Gold Beach and Brookings, Oregon, might witness some heavy rain into the early morning Friday. Up in the Cascades, it will be wet and slippery. The National Weather Service has winter weather advisories out in the mountains of Oregon. According to the Winter Weather Advisory, portions of northern and eastern Klamath County and western Lake County at elevations above 5,000 feet could receive 10 to 15 inches of snow. This winter weather advisory is in effect until 4 a.m. Friday. Further north in Detroit, Oregon, Willamette Pass, Santiam Pass, and Mackenzie Pass, 6 to 10 inches of snow will fall, and a winter weather advisory is issued by the National Weather Service. In Chelan County, Washington, a winter weather advisory is also issued for 4 to 7 inches of snow along Highway 2 and 6 to 12 inches of snow at or above 3,500 feet. In far northern California and over the mountains, a winter weather advisory will go into effect later this evening until Thursday morning. Here, 1 to 4 inches of snow will fall above 2,000 feet elevation and 8 to 12 inches above 3,000 feet elevation. A winter storm warning will also go into effect at 10 p.m. this evening over Trinity, where 5 to 10 inches of snow may fall. For the Northern Sierra, a winter weather advisory will go into effect early tomorrow morning until Friday morning. These 3 to 6 inches will fall above 4,500 feet, and 8 to 12 inches will be likely above 6,500 feet. These winter storm watches will likely get upgraded to winter storm warnings. Things are looking very colorful in the Sacramento Valley and Bay Area. A flood watch has been issued and will go into effect Friday morning and last until Saturday evening. This will be mainly for heavy rain, low water, and creek flooding. There is the possibility that rivers could flow, but now that is not likely as the rivers are much lower from a lack of rain over the past 2 years from a La Niña pattern. And the flood watch also mentions how the Fremont, Tisdale, and Colusa weirs will likely overflow. Prior to this video, I didn't know what a weir was. Weirs are used as areas to flood water into before floodgates get opened. This is a photo of the Tisdale Weir in Sutter County, California from water.ca.gov showing when the weir flows. A little background on some of the local weirs. The Sacramento Weir was built in 1916 and has undergone many improvements since then. The Sacramento Weir is about 3 miles away from the American and Sacramento rivers. The weir redirects river flows in a westward movement from the Sacramento Bypass, which is next to the Yoloville Bypass. According to SAFCA.org, 80% of the flood flows that occur here occur at the Sacramento Bypass. Creek levels within Sacramento County are expected to reach the monitor stage. Some creek flooding may occur not only from this storm, but the next few storms. A few of the creeks near me have already reached advisory stage. There are 4 main stages. Action stage, where action may need to be taken, but usually doesn't take place unless necessary. Minor flooding stage, where minor flooding may occur. In this stage, weirs may flow. Moderate flooding, where floodgates usually are opened, and major flooding, where floodgates are usually definitely open and evacuations take place. The Mokelumne River at Benson's Ferry isn't expected to rise much from this first storm, but by the New Year's Eve storm, that area is expected to rise 5.5 feet past the action stage of 12 feet all the way to the minor flooding stage of 17 feet. As far as we can see, the peak could reach 18 feet by January 2nd, 2023. Since this pattern isn't going away anytime soon, there's a major concern that this river could flood. If we look at the record, we are only 3 feet away from breaking the all-time record. Not only is the Mokelumne River expected to reach minor flooding stage, but the Cosumnes River Preserve is expected to reach the action stage. The all-time record is 48.5 feet. With this New Year's storm, the preserve could reach 46 feet. That is only 2.5 feet away from breaking the all-time record. And since there is more rain on the way after this, if the Sacramento Valley doesn't get much of a break, the river could top the all-time record. The Cosumnes River at Michigan Bar is currently in the monitor stage because water levels have reached 7.6 feet, which is 0.6 feet above the action stage. By January 2nd, 2023, the river could reach 13.7 feet, which is 1.5 feet above the minor flooding stage. Again, there is potential that more rain could fall and bring the forecast even higher. Alameda Creek, Bear Creek, and the East Fork River and Carson River could all reach the minor flood stage or moderate flooding stage by January 2nd, 2023. Looking at the Weather Prediction Center excessive rainfall forecasts, we can see a Day 2 marginal risk over much of the Sacramento Valley for excessive rain. Also over the California and Oregon state line, some heavier precipitation might occur, so a slight risk is issued for excessive rain from the Weather Prediction Center. This extends into Eureka. The Day 3 excessive rainfall outlook doesn't have much of a change. As the low shifts further south, the slight risk for excessive precipitation has been extended all the way from Eureka to the South Bay. The foothills have a slight risk for excessive rainfall because of orographic lifting. Areas in higher elevation can have higher precipitation amounts. For Day 4, a slight risk remains in most of the foothills for excessive rain. The valley catches a break from heavier rain, so there is a risk smaller than the 15% chance criteria for a slight risk of excessive rainfall from the Weather Prediction Center. However, the central coast of California, all the way to Los Angeles and San Diego, could see heavier rain, as they are in a slight risk for excessive rainfall or a 15% chance of flash flood guidance within a 25-mile radius of the Weather Prediction Center forecast. This pattern isn't going anywhere anytime soon. According to the Climate Prediction Center, it will likely remain wet out west until at least mid-January. Precipitation will remain above average due to a blocking pattern in the western Pacific. After the new year, chances will remain above average for precipitation, but confidence is much weaker in the 8 to 14-day outlook because some of these systems may be weaker. Looking at the forecasted precipitation totals from the Weather Prediction Center, we can see that in the next 5 days or so, 5 inches of rain will fall over Sacramento County. Typical with this atmospheric river, the Sierra could see 15+ inches of rain in the next 5 days, some of which will be falling as snow if it gets cold enough. Since this is a Pineapple Express, temperatures may be average or warmer, so snowfall may end up falling more as rain. Over the next 10 days or so, the GFS model forecasts around 7 inches of rain over Sacramento County and 9 inches of rain in areas in the northern Sacramento Valley. San Francisco and the South Bay could see 6 to 8 inches of rainfall over the next 10 days according to the GFS model. The European model seems to agree with the pretty wet pattern. Around 5 to 8 inches of rain could fall over most of Northern California in the Valley and Bay Area. The North Bay could see more like 10 inches of rainfall. I would like to end this video talking specifically about this New Year's system and my forecast for New Year's throughout the West. Starting Friday evening, a low will move in off the coast of California. Unlike other systems, this low will be focused off the coast of San Francisco. Oftentimes, low-pressure systems form over Washington or off the coast of Eureka. This low will result in more heavier rain and strong winds because of its placement. This rain will continue until December 31st. Later that morning, rain could be heavier over counties north of Sonoma and Lake counties. This continues but progresses as a low approaches closer. By afternoon, the snow starts to get heavier in the Sierra. While the placement shows this low traveling far north, the southern Sacramento Valley and northern San Joaquin Valley will still see these impacts of heavy rain. If you plan on partying, you're going to want to party indoors. By New Year's Day, it will be dumping in the Sierra, and the snow will make its way into Nevada. Higher elevations will see more snow due to colder temperatures. The low over California will move into southern Nevada, and snow will fall in southern Nevada due to this later in the morning on New Year's Day. Light to moderate snowfall will be possible in Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming. I'd like to remind you, if you're traveling at all for New Year's, I would like you to be weather safe. Follow your local National Weather Service office. If travel is not advised, don't travel. Stay weather safe. See you in the next video.